You're looking for a part of you, flowers growing wild again, where there was light.
Language is my instrument. You know, I've always loved words. My idea of a really great birthday gift is if someone gave me a dictionary of homonyms or a thesaurus. I get beset by words. They move through me. I could be walking, I could be somewhere, and a phrase will start to have an almost physical sensation in my body. It'll start to play and it will start to change itself, shapeshift. And I'll have a tremendous sense of urgency at that moment to write that down. The writing down for me is better if it's a pen. If it's necessary, I'll write it on anything. I mean, most of my songs are written like on napkins or my thigh or whatever's available as it begins. I need lots and lots of paper when I'm finishing a song because, again, it's like a puzzle. So there's a lot of detail work and a lot of options before I finally choose the distilled version of words.
Julie is our storyteller, so she has great stories to introduce the inspiration behind the songs. For example, the story she tells before Changing Light of Love. It's a very deep story of the song's inspiration, and they are set pieces within the evening's entertainment. So that's something I always look forward to.
Right after my son was born, my mother died very suddenly, and we ended up selling the house. And a friend of mine said to me, you know, a house is a really important place in the soul and life of a family, and you should really make sure that you say a proper goodbye and walk through that house and collect an important memory from each room. The room I saved for last was the kitchen, because that's really where the life of the family was in my family. And when I walked into the kitchen, I saw this sink looking out on our backyard, on the garden there, and I remembered my mother used to stand endless hours at that sink washing dishes. When I walked into that kitchen, and I thought of my little mother standing there scrubbing dishes and looking out the window, and just how I would have given anything to have that one more moment to tell her how valuable she was. I love playing with words. I like the way they sound. I like the way they move in the mouth. And I especially love the way that words change depending on the way you sit one next to the other. Like if you change the seating order of the words, you change everything. That's my most fun in the world, making a Rubik's Cube of words.
Take me now, hold me here, where you hurt too much. I can see you clearly now, in the changing light of love.
One song in particular that I feel has a very strong example of that is a song where a phrase ends in the word broken, and you think that the thought ends with the word broken and the meaning ends with the word broken, and the next word is open.
Used to sing in a time before your heart was broken, open.
So instead of something being broken, it's broken open, which I think is what a lot of my songs are about, is how experiences of loss and difficulty and challenge are actually a wonderful way to excite us into new ways of being and learning and emotional maturity. So that would be an example. That song is Changing Light of Love.